Hey everyone, my name is Tara. I'm the founder of the Fruitful Foundation, a wife, a mother, and a fashion lover. And on Mondays, we teach etiquette. So let's get into how to host a party at your home. Now, the first step is, of course, the invitation. Now, the invitation needs to communicate the basic: who the event is for, what the event is for, when the event is, why you're having the event, and where it's going to be. Having them RSVP is very important. That way you can have a great guest count. Now, RSVP stands for, which is please respond in French. It's very important that your invitation is consistent with the occasion. If you're having a formal occasion, you need to make sure that you have that language on your invitation, and the invitation also presents that. If you're having a casual occasion, have that information on your invitation. We're gonna move on to the actual event. First, we're gonna talk about setting the tone with your attitude. Be in the right mood. Mood reflects the atmosphere. So make sure you're being positive, warm, and lighthearted. Best to go ahead and get all of your jitters out, especially when comes time for that event. To go ahead and be positive. You did your best to put this together. Be warm when you're greeting people that are coming in, and be lighthearted about whatever you feel like is not complete by the time your guests get there. You should aim to greet your guests at the door, to assist them with their outerwear, with their bags, and etc. It's a formal event. You normally don't ask people to remove their shoes, but when it's a casual event and you want them to remove your shoes, you want to go ahead and set up your entryway so that their items can be put away. For example, you're going to want to have a coat hanger or a coat closet at your entryway, or a bin to store their shoes, or a bench where they can take their shoes off and place under. If you are going to require your guests to remove their shoes, it might be nice to say, hey, please bring your indoor shoes. Or you can provide them with new socks. You can have like a bin of new socks at your front door, or a bin of disposable slippers. Make sure you have that information on the invitation so they know what to expect. Next, we're gonna move on to making introductions. So you're gonna do this when necessary. When the occasion is going, you won't be able to introduce everyone all the time, but make intros when necessary. This is often done after you're taking their outerwear and offering them a beverage. Now, if you're in a formal setting, you're going to introduce them to 1 to 2 people. And when you're in a casual setting, you're going to introduce them to everyone. For example, hey everyone, this is Joe Schmo. We play soccer together every Saturday at 8. He's a great teacher for Joe Schmo Elementary School. When you're doing a formal introduction, hi, this is Mr. and Mrs. or Mr. Johnson. He works for the Department of Education. He loves soccer. This is a great way to introduce people so that the conversation can continue after you've left your guests. As the occasion is ongoing, you want to try to make conversation. Now, as stated before, a good host knows a tidbit of information about each guest, and you want to introduce them with that information, as I just gave an example of. As a host, you're gonna want to make sure you work the room. You speak to everyone, make sure everyone has had a beverage, have had food, or if they need to take off their coat, where they can put it, smiling, having a conversation, pretty much rub shoulders with everyone. Now, the next one is dealing with mishaps in your home. You deal with spills, breaks, and disruptions quickly without embarrassing your guests. Now, if a guest offers to reimburse you for what they've broken, you are more than welcome to accept. A good host would never think that any offer wasn't enough, but a smart host would have already basically baby-proofed their home. They put up the expensive vases, they've moved rugs. It's basically baby-proof by the time the guests come over. Now we're gonna move on to making transition. Cocktail hour lasts roughly an hour, but shutting down the cocktail hour as soon as the last guest arrived doesn't give that guest enough time to get prepared to enjoy themselves. So a lot of times you have to read the room. Good host is going to balance the situation. They're going to see, hey, is everyone having a good time? Is there still drinks to be consumed, or have we ran all the way out? Now, after you've read the room, are you going to announce, hey, it's time for everyone to let's have a seat at the table. It's time for dinner. It's time to play whatever game. What event is next? It's going to be the host's duty to open up the next event. This is my favorite part. How to close down the night. Great idea to let guests know it's been lovely. However, I'm going to have to call it a night. Now, if this does not get your guests moving, here's a list of things that you can do that will give your guest notification that it's time to go. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Tara. I'm the founder of the Fruitful Foundation, and on Mondays, I teach etiquette. On Wednesdays, we do wife tips, and on Fridays, we post about fashion. If this is your thing, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We look forward to having you, and please comment below some great ways to close down your party.